In their first few seconds of Kho Gaye Hum Kahan, you realize that Anna, Imad, and Neil are that rare trio of lifelong friends. Within moments, the film shows that they have the kind of kinship that's been built over the years. Their easy intimacy, tendency to poke fun at one another, and intuitive understanding of each other roll off the screen. A lot of this owes credit to the authentic dialogues and banter that reflect Zoya Akhtar and Rima Kakti's writing prowess, as well as sincere performances by the three leading actors. Ananya Pandey, Siddhant Chaturvedi, and Adarsh Gomarov's chemistry is infectious. It's exciting because Bollywood has often excelled at the combination of stories about friends and coming-of-age dramas, as iconic films like Dil Chahta Hai and Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara have proved before. Filmmaker Arjun Varine Singh's directorial debut makes a valiant effort to join the ranks of these movies, but ultimately falls short. Kho Gaye Hum Kahan revolves around the perils of an increasingly digital world, a rather large undertaking in the first place. Each of the three leading characters stumbles down their respective digital rabbit holes, with Imad constantly looking for a new date on Tinder, Anna using Instagram to lure her ex's attention back to her, and Neil struggling to maintain his self-esteem while constantly comparing himself to another, more Insta-famous trainer. But what starts off as a thoughtful take on the complex lives of three people in their 20s soon begins to spiral. Kho Gaye Hum Kahan's story trails off and meanders where a tightness of script would have served it better. Instead, it shifts in other directions as well. We get a take on influencer culture through Neil's secret relationship with his influencer girlfriend, Lala. At one point, Neil deals with a neighborhood pervert and makes a comment on women's autonomy and consent. Anna's segment tries to shine some light on the plight of modern corporate employees at the hands of their bosses. The idea of dreams and success looms over it all as the three friends come together to start Neil's private gym, although this is largely forgotten during the film's midsection. It's true that every theme the story touches upon is important and worthy of being explored, but unfortunately, the burden is too much for the movie to bear. In trying to tick every box of living in the digital age, the film doesn't do any of them justice, and the exploration remains surface level. Even at the end, there's a neatness at the conclusion that makes the story lose its already weak hold on the viewer. Unfortunately for the real world, admitting you've suffered through trauma is not the solution, but only the first step on the road to recovery. An apology on an Instagram story doesn't quite make up for an act that brought harassment to someone else. But this follows through with Bollywood's general tendency to tie everything with a neat bow. Despite its flaws, though, Kho Gaye Hum Kahan makes an earnest attempt at depicting a generation whose every move is dictated by the digital. It gets the appealing indie movie-style aesthetic right and accurately portrays the anxieties of social media, the pressures of chasing dreams, as well as mental stability. Even if you end up scrolling on your phone while the movie plays on, it has its heart in the right place.